You knew him, you met him as Ab-Soul, but let me introduce you to Herbert, citizens. Welcome Herbert back to the show.
Ab-Soul is back and brighter than ever after releasing his 5th LP, Herbert, which features some amazing collaborators. Herbert being his most personal project, Solo speaks his life story over what can be categorized by producer enthusiasts as soul beats. One of his biggest production secrets being the range of collaborators he placed his project in the hands of.
A lot of guys helped me out, man. The producers, man, Cal Banks, Supermile, Taby, Soundwave, Dahi.
Featuring some interesting soundscapes, effects, design, and instrumentation. All the production sounds like it came from the soul, whether it be the jazzy boom bap of Message in a Bottle,
Mark 8:36. Herb, I'm praying for you. Grandma love you.
I wrote this message, it's passion. Hey.
or the peppy abrasive production on songs like FOMF, which features a soulful fanfare of brass horns. Soul is definitely taking different chances and beats as he stomps his way to his place in rap through the triumphant horns and scratches DJ Premier lays on Gotta Rap.
Back. Do not disturb. We looking for the smoke, not who got the herb.
So today, I wanted to break down this beat and how you can create tracks with a more full and realistic presence. Today's beat is actually very simple, fixating more on the textures and drums for our production. For starters, XY Nothing sent me some crazy stems for the beginning of our beat, consisting of a piano chord progression and some vocal layers. One way I enrich my soul samples is through the use of layers, which when done correctly can absolutely amplify a track. According to sample maker Al Hug, layering is a great way to not overprocess your sounds, especially when you're creating soul samples.
I'm a big fan of layering. I prefer layering to make something interesting than to overprocess something. But what can I do to make it more interesting is layering, because then I can just put stuff on top that is gonna bring it into a new context.
I wanted to enrich the soundscapes XY had already set, so I added a couple layers to our sample before I programmed the drums. The first layer I added was this synth-like guitar coupled with an Echo Boy Jr., which added ambience to our already soulful piano and vocals from XY. The second layer I introduced to our sample was this pluckish organ, which gave it this detunish texture using this effect rack preset from 44th Floor. Another key principle in developing soulful production is orchestration. Orchestration is simply the adaptation of music from one medium to another. We as music producers refer to it more so as instrumentation, or the assignment of different instruments to play the different parts of a musical work. So to fill out the end of our composition, I added another layer for ambience using these rustic keys from Mellotron. For accompaniment, I added my own vocals to serve as a soulful background for our Lush sample. Using vocal samples as a percussive element in your tracks is a shortcut to getting a unique sound as a music producer. Also, if you observe how most soul samples are used in this album, vocals a part of samples serve as unique accents to enhance sections of a composition.
Always haunt my dreams. The green twins with your eyes. They always haunt my dreams. The green twins with your eyes.
Hey, Matt, I sip my drink, I do my dance. Don't throw no stones, don't hide my hands.
I was saying power to add to the Ab-Soul aesthetic in kind of like a percussive fashion. To add some depth and texture, I added a bass line using 2 sub-bass one-shots because I wanted something to take up the sub-region of our beat. It's not really something you hear, but it's more so something you feel, kind of like ear candy, along with this sparkling percussion for texture. Now for our drums, usually when it comes to soul beats, I try to keep them organic, which offer harsher or flatter textures, but with a well-trained ear and experimentation, you can create a unique blend of sounds. I started with this hi-hat, which is a little harder than your standard trap hat, and 2 other percussion, slightly shifting them off the grid for optimal bounce. Then I added clips from different percussion loops and sounds to add different inserts in our drums. Cutting out different noises and sounds from percussion loops and effects can make your soul drums more creative and different. You can hear the snare roll, which I clipped from another drum loop and added to this one along with a hard-hitting kick and snare to tie it all together.